My name is Jamie, and this is my spouse, Chris. 2 years ago, we started on a journey to build a custom RV for a new lifestyle. Because they would give me what I wanted, basically is why I chose Spacecraft. Well, after interviewing numerous companies, we had heard about the reputation of the engineered frames here at Spacecraft, and coming here and touring the facilities and meeting the employees and the team that make the product happen. We chose the Semi, which is one of the trailers that Spacecraft is well known for.
And we kind of got introduced to Spacecraft via one of the HDT rallies, the heavy duty truck rallies. And we toured a Spacecraft, and it was amazing. And just you could just feel the quality and see the solidness of the doors. Everything about it was just solid, and it just said quality for us. And we were very sold on Spacecraft from that time forward.
Well, along the build process, communication was essential for Chris and I because we are new to the RV world. And we did not have the language or even know what to ask for in some cases. But as we went through the process, we ran into some areas that we had to problem solve and come up with innovative ways to solve problems along the way. And a lot of times the problem was solved, it actually ended up being better than what we originally started with.
And there never was a problem, right? It was always, the response always was, well, what about this? Can we look at these other options, from Spacecraft? So working out options was always a good thing. I also like the innovation and the technology. I'm kind of a technology geek, right? So having the internet systems work, having the TV systems work, all that stuff's important to me. And so we got this thing really tricked out with multiple reserve technologies, multiple ways of fixing these things. So even in a boondock situation, we know we're going to be covered. Well, I think Spacecraft really did ensure a very high quality product. And for example, some of their signature components, like the ceiling, is amazing. That's one of the things that I've been so impressed about, not just the height of the ceiling, but how they make it. It's all shiny, it's gorgeous. Quality of the product, even things that we picked out to add, like the kind of carbon fiber looking handles and things like of this nature. I remember when my dad used to buy a car, he would always slam the door. And he could tell by slamming the door, he would say that's either it slams really well and tightly and snugly, or it doesn't. And I'm shutting these possum belly doors down here with these massive hinges on them and closing them, and they're solid as a rock. So stuff like that I know is going to last.
I've enjoyed my relationship with the Spacecraft team because they have become my family, my friends, and my support system. I've actually lived here in Missouri more this year than I actually have in our home state, California. And they have just been there the whole step of the way. I've got to know all of the employees. I know what they've done on my trailer, how they have added their special touches. For me, that was a part of the experience. And also just watching them work together. They're seamless in how they work together out there. We watched them do a transition of moving trailers, and it's like they didn't even have to communicate. They just all knew what their part was, and they worked well together.
And I've not been here as much as Jamie has for this build, but I was so impressed when I first got here, and Jamie is talking to everybody on a first name basis. And then she's saying, oh yeah, Brenda did the steps, and Jeremy did this, etc. And Robert did this, and I was just like, who are these people? So having to work with them during the past few weeks has been pretty amazing. And then when you start to talk with the team, they take so much pride in their work. I mean, we have these special steps built with the dog paws cut in. And Brenda was talking to me about how she had to make sure the edges weren't so sharp, so they're all smoothed out. And they really take a lot of pride in the detail work.
The personal touches that Spacecraft add to my home is my entire home. My entire trailer is custom down to the very nth degree. And I could go over numerous things, from allowing me to put in my own cabinet knobs to the steps that Chris mentioned previously with the paw prints, to the liftgate door, to the Voltapad, to the exterior paint job, which is different for spacecraft, and also the artwork balance that Jeremy created for us, and the art piece that Y and I designed together to be the ventilation for the dryer and for the mini split air. So there's so many special touches, it's hard to name one. I just feel the entire project is special, right down to the full completed product.
And I was really impressed with the fact that there were multiple choices. There never was the question or the answer back to our question, well, you have two choices. It was very open about what we wanted. So this really feels like it's a customized build. It truly is one of a kind.
Well, I hope my husband and I will learn to get along better.
In much tighter quarters.
And also, I think that we want to make decisions of minimalizing our life, so we're hoping that it will help us with that. But also, we've traveled the world internationally, but we've really not traveled the United States, and we really want to see what our own country has to offer us.
And I do believe it'll get us closer together, not just because of the space. We have to make decisions together, and we're already navigating better together, driving and pulling this thing. So I think we're going to see look forward to a lot of adventure and a lot more connection.